Hello, I'm Eugene. I'm finally back at home, but now I'm just treated to the team 10 of this 12229, this elementary round. And wow, there are a lot of cases to consider. Okay, so we're picking dot what's one per column, and you're trying to find the area below these lines that connect it. And there's really so many ways on how the area could be found. Like if you do the diagonal line, it's just a triangle, but then the diagram that is provided, it's this weird shape as well as the triangle to find the area. And finding the area of each of these individual cases is definitely a lot of work. And okay, now I'm trying to see if there's anything that is consistent so I can at least be able to use something I can do each time. Okay, I know that I'm always picking one per column, so maybe I can see if I can focus on one column at a time. Okay, so in each of this column, I'm going to be either focusing on this trapezoid thing or the triangle thing. And this height is always a consistent one, so that's neat. Trapezoid is like this side plus this side times 1 divided by 2, but triangle is this times this divided by 2. But if we take one of the sides as 0, then for the trapezoid formula, then you're essentially getting a triangle. And it kind of definitely makes sense if you think about how this works out. So this means I can actually think of this 3 different trapezoids or so. So I'm going to go figure them out. So if we consider this height, you can do a plus b times 1 over 2 plus b plus c times 1 over 2 plus c times d over 2. We want that to be equal half the entire area of the grid, which this entire grid is a 3 times 3 or 9. So we want to be 9 over 2. And then this ends up being a plus 2b plus 2c plus d equals 9. Okay, now I turn it into an algebra. Now this looks something that's a lot more easier to figure out, but there's still a lot of cases, and now I'm trying to figure out how to make things work. Okay, so 2b plus 2c, that's always going to be an even, which means a plus d must be odd. And if a plus d are odd, then this means a can't be equal to d. This definitely means I can first consider a is less than or equal to d. And after that, I can just multiply by 2 and just reverse it to get the d is less than or equal to a case. And fortunately, there aren't that many cases to consider. I'm going to go start by writing this little table with a and then d, figuring out what 2b plus 2c is, and then figuring out what b is. And once you figure out b, you can figure out what c is. Okay, so now after I complete this table, I can go start by figuring out what the value of a is. Well, a has to be greater than d, so a can't be 0, so we can start with a 1 for a and a 0 for d. This means 2b plus 2c must be equal to 8. And now for b. If b equals 0, then c must be equal to 4. That's out of bounds. But 1, 2, 3 can work. So there we go. And then a equals 2, d equals 1. Then that means 2b plus 2c is equal to 6. And this means that, b can be anything from 0 to 3, because b equals 0, that will be c equals 3, and then b equals 3, c is going to be equal to 0. So 0 to 3. And then how about a equals 3 and d equals 0? Well, that means also, since a plus d is also 3, 2b plus 2c is equal to 6. And just as with before, b can be anything from 0 to 3. And then finally, a equals 3 and d equals 2, which means 2b plus 2c equals 4. If b equals 3, then 2b is 6, and I don't think you can have something that's like 0 or up to get it down to 4. But if b equals 2, then c can be 0, and if b equals 0, c can be 2, so we get 0 to 2. And then, as a result, add up all these cases, and we get 14. But that's not the answer, because we still have to multiply by 2 to get the cases where a is greater than d. So once we do that, and we get 28. And I like staying organized.
Hi, everybody. This is Tim. Hope you're enjoying our videos. If so, you know what to do. Like, subscribe, turn on notifications, all that sort of thing. But what I'd really want to invite you to do is to send us an email at media@mathleague.org. Tell us which problems you'd like to see us cover next in our video series. Take care and see you in the next video.